All right, so we have Booker T. Leigh here. This is our lawn guy. You know, he likes that grass.
I'm the lawn guy. I like grass.
So we're going to talk about fall lawn care. And Booker, we have some questions for you about fall lawn care.
Okay.
So what do I need to do for my warm season grass to get it ready for the winter?
One of the things, Chris, we've been through a good summer. We had a lot of rain, a lot of rain this year. So one thing that it's moody grass, and it's a warm season grass, but moody grass and zoysia grass. Okay. If it's been real dry, now you need to add some water to it to get it going to have it kind of wet and moist when you go into the winter months. Okay. And also you need to watch the cutting height and make sure that you don't have no disease problem going into this winter month. Any kind of disease problem you have on there, you need to try to get rid of that right now. Because you don't want to go into the winter with disease problem, because you're getting ready to go dormant, and that disease is going to stay there all winter long. So in the springtime, it's going to come out again, you're going to have the disease on there.
What are some of those diseases?
We have a spring dead spot, we begin on there. Also we have some kind of like brown patches might get on there. Okay. So you want to take care of all those diseases up early before going into the winter month. Okay.
All right. So how low should we cut our warm season grass for the winter?
We get a lot of folks that call say, can I cut my moody grass real low? You don't want to cut it real low. You want to maintain the same height that you were doing during the regular cutting season. Because if you cut it real low and we have a real cold winter, and the winter come in so early that it can damage the root system. Right. And then when it come out in nature, you be wondering why my grass not coming out, because you damage the root system and it's not going to come out early. Okay. So you need to make sure that you cut it the same height. I like to leave mine probably about 2.5 inches tall, especially for your warm season grass. We're talking about zoysia grass and your moody grass that no one we have here in West Tennessee. Okay.
Yeah, because that serves as insulation.
Yeah, insulation.
Yeah, for those roots.
Yeah, protect those root system in there.
Okay. All right, so the next question is, when should I put down a pre-emerge weed killer on my lawn? Because we want to control those winter weeds, right?
We talk about pre-emerge, that's before the weed germinate. Right. You know, you don't want the weed to germinate. Sometime like the middle of last of September or 1st of October, you're going to start putting those pre-emerge down on your lawn. And most pre-emerge don't come in a granular kind. Right. You need to water it in so many days, and once you put it down. You can read the label on there, tell you maybe 10 days or 5 days. You need to water that into the soil. I would try to time mine when it's going to get ready to rain to make sure that I put it down then, because I don't want to, maybe I don't put my water hose up, I did my sprinkler system, put it up. I want to go back in the garage and kind of take it out again. Right. But I try to time there when I know it's going to rain and put it down then.
Okay. What's a good pre-emerge that you can
We got Snapshot and Dimension, something that you might use and get it from one of the hardware store, big box stores and stuff in there. And put that on your lawn. Okay. It'll tell you how much to put down there too, depending on the size of your lawn that you want to put down.
Right, and you need one of those spreaders.
One of those spreaders. Some people use the drop spreader. Some people use the one that's to put it all the way out. Yeah, so either one will be real good, as long as you get a good coverage. Right. Because if you leave some area that's not covered good, and that weed might can sprout through there. That's right. And so you don't want, then you say, I thought I put a pre-emerge down, but I still see the weeds begin to germinate and come through my grass in there. And you have all those weeds again into your lawn this year. So make sure that you get a good coverage. And I like to go both ways when I'm putting a pre-emerge down. I like to go just cross, then I go up again to make sure I get a good coverage in there.
And make sure you don't have any skips.
Any skips in there, because you can do that. But Dimension and Snapshot be kind of two good pre-emerge herbicides you can put down on your lawn.
Okay, good deal. All right, so is it too late to detach my lawn? And why do we need to detach? A lot of times you detach in there, you have insects hiding in that thatch, they live in that thatch and everything. You probably knew back this summer sometime, those armorworm that came out, they were in the thatch. They came out of the thatch and everything. So you need to make sure that you detach your lawn. Time to detach. You can't detach any time now. Right. You can't go out there and say, I want to detach my lawn today now, especially if they've got warm season grass. And especially in September, because it's getting ready to go into dormant. Right. You want to detach when the grass beginning to grow. Like your warm season grass, you want to do it maybe in May, June, in that area. Okay. Like for your fescue grass, we're in September now, you can detach that now. Right. Because it's getting ready to grow now, so you want to do that now. Okay. And you can rinse your dethatching, go across there and get all the dead grass out of there. If you have a small area, you can get your garden rake. That's right. And get your garden rake. You have to go there, you don't have to rent anything, just get your garden rake. And also, I talked to my neighbor, and so let's detach our lawn today. Yeah, let's do it together. Let's try to get him to spend some money on it too, so y'all can do it then. Okay. Now, how can you tell if you need to detach, though?
You can look at it. You can look at your lawn, see that, because you see how it's beginning to rain, the water not getting down to there. And also, you can go out there and dig some up and look at the thatch in there, how much thatch you have in there. And that'll tell you where you need to detach or not. If you got a lot of leaves been on your lawn for a period of time, you got a lot of grass and you've been leaving on it for a period of time, they'll be real tall. And when they begin to rot and decay, sometimes they'll build thatch in your lawn, especially leaves in there. So then I need to detach. Okay. And another thing, detach help, when you're putting fertilizer down and all the other stuff down, you like your pre-emerge, and not getting down to the root system where to get rid of the weak of it, it'll build itself in the thatch. Okay. So you might want to make sure that you water it good. So thatch is very important. Now you don't have to do it every year. You don't have to do it, just know when you just go out there and look at your lawn and make sure that that begin to build up. Okay.
And for our viewers, thatch is just a decaying plant material that's right there at the soil surface.
The plant material that right
roots, roots, shoots, or
grass and all that them built up right over a period of time.
Right. Okay.
So you need to do that.
All right. So is it necessary to fertilize my lawn in the fall? And we get that question a lot at the office.
We get the fall all the time. Do I need to fertilize my grass in the fall all the time? No. For my warm season grass, like I'm saying again, but moody grass and zoysia grass, we in September now. I wouldn't give it no nitrogen fertilizer right now.
Right.
No nitrogen fertilizer. You want to get some phosphorus and potassium. And all that based on a soil test.
Sure.
Now, phosphorus and potassium, it's good for the root system of the grass and also help fight off a lot of diseases that be in the lawn. Okay. So you might want to give some phosphorus and potassium based on a soil test recommendation. Because sometimes phosphorus and potassium can build up in the soil. Now, nitrogen kind of leaches itself out of the soil. And the reason I say don't give no nitrogen fertilizer right now, because it might add some little growth to it. If we have an early winter come in, it can kill that back and also it'll damage your lawn. Right. But for your fescue lawn, this is a good time to fertilize now. It's getting ready to kick off now. It's getting ready to grow. And you start seeing that
getting cool.
Getting cool now. It's a cool season grass. We're getting ready to grow now. You can add some fertilizer like triple 13 or 10-10-10. Be really good to do that. Okay. And I like to do that based on my soil test recommendation too, and also in doing that. Okay.
Well, since you were talking about fescue, then when can I plant fescue seeds?
Okay, fescue is a cool season grass. We in September now. You can do it now. You can do it now around about the middle of September. In September, about the 1st of October, you can start doing that. Plant your fescue seed and stuff. Cause they begin to germinate with this warm weather, this little warm weather, but still getting cool. They have time to germinate and before that get real cold. So that's a good time. This would be a good time to do that now, fescue seed. And you want to overseed some fescue seeds, you can do that now. Some people overseed their lawn. They're not going to go out there and plant a whole lawn. They got some bare spots. They want to go out there and fertilize. Add seeds to it. Just get you a garden ring, go out there and rake that area a little bit and sow your seeds out there.
All right.
Let me water them in.
We appreciate that good information from our lawn guy right here. Thank you much.
Appreciate it.
All right.